Y'all already know what time it is. You know what? It's crazy. I don't even know how to start this off. It's been so long. Cock's been having me down and out, no internet. But guess what? We back. We back like we never left. So today's topic, I'm actually surprised that this topic did pretty good on Twitter, because y'all know normally when it comes down to me asking questions, I post my questions on Twitter, all social medias, and I just expect, some feedback. I get a few comments here and there, people give me their input, and I truly appreciate it. But this question right here, it actually blew up. But you know what, though? Let me go ahead and diddy bop this Akuma real quick, and then I'm going to get into what I need to talk about. Oh, that was a real good whiff punish, my boy. All right. I'm going to start holding tap. So if you just so happen to throw one fireball, you go regret it. Okay, never mind. All right. Okay. All right, so it's obvious I wasn't ready for them 3 fireballs. But this Akuma take me for a joke. Boy, I could bully you with straights all day, my boy. Okay. All right, bro. I'm gonna need you to calm down a little bit. Bro. Drop the sun. Yeah, just drop the sun. That became very punishable. All right, I like how you tried to lag the game just now towards the end. The glide from full screen to overhead just never really seems to work for me no more. I think that tech is just old for me, and it's just time to move on. Overhead for full screen just says no every single time for me. Where's the lag spiking from? This is ugly. I'm gonna just bully you with straights. There you go. Do something. You're getting aggravated now. I can tell. You're getting aggravated, yes. Get impatient. Oh my god, I tried to press a button after the dash up and I got hit. He has a plus dash. Bro, where's the lag spiking from? Oh, that was so purty. There we go. I understand you got your people that want to throw a lot of buttons, and then you got your people that don't want to throw buttons. But this man is a infinite turtle. All right, this fight is taking way longer than I thought, and I'm supposed to be in a YouTube segment right about now. Well, actually, I am in the middle of a YouTube segment, but this isn't the purpose of my video. You still up backing, and I done did a low strike right there several times. You go DP? No? Ha ha ha! You seen the setup I did just now? I hit him with dash straight, back dash. Dash straight, back dash. You know why I did dash straight into EX dash straight? Because I know he was going to chase my back dash, okay? That's how you condition somebody. You're welcome. I bet you Rube didn't know that. That's how you condition. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of conditioning. You set them up how you want them to get set up. Bro, he is so... Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong trigger! Bro, I thought I had V-trigger. That's why I did that. Oh my God. Ah. Oh, I messed up. Wait. Okay, real good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Unjust Frame said something? Oh wait, my bad. I can't see it because I got the hater blockers on. Alright, so back to what I was doing. Alright, y'all. So, the purpose of my video and the question today will be, what is the hardest part about neutral? What is the hardest part about neutral? It could be whiff punishing. It could be spacing. It could be optimizing your punishes. It could be matchup experience. It could be anti-airing, frame traps. To you as a player, it doesn't matter what your rank is. What do you feel is the hardest part about neutral, and what is stopping you from ranking up in the world of Street Fighter? So, with that being said, I decided to take this to social media, like I said in the beginning of the video, before I got into a very long fight with Akuma. Not getting crush counted by Cola, yeah, I think that's a pride destroyer right there. Just watching that character just hit one button and have it be so dominant is like actually pride destroying. Mental definitely plays a strong purpose in the long haul. The more you stay focused, the better you're able to play, but sooner or later you're gonna get mentally drained, and you can see a difference in your gameplay. That's why most people tend to struggle in the first to 10, because you tend to get drained at some point. Alright y'all, so like I said, this tweet actually caught a lot of attention. What's the hardest thing to master about neutral in fighting games? For me, I even put my downfall on it. It's actually whiff punishing and decision making. Slowly working on it. I got 185 likes, 10 quote tweets, and 9 retweets. People really got engaged on this tweet. It took me by surprise. So today we're going to talk about most of them, see what people say, and we're going to come together and put our 2 cents on it. Caramelized pony. My dude said, hit confirm for me. I can't read opponents so good, and defense is legit. But once I punish them, I gets no damage. I'll get there one day. So pretty much what he's saying is that hit confirms and not getting the most out of his hits is what's actually stopping him. Now, I can see this being a real pet peeve because I feel like most players tend to like not spend enough time in training mode actually like stacking muscle memory on everything. Spending countless amount of hours on the one thing you're actually struggling with can play a big part. Good opponents won't give me those opportunities. On the real, my biggest difficulty is being aggressive. I tend to look for my opponent to make mistakes so I can capitalize rather than setting them up on my own offense. Yeah, actually, that's one of my pet peeves also. Like sometimes you tend to get caught up in trying to see what your opponent is going to do, but in the meantime of you seeing what they're going to do, they're going to end up setting you in a situation where you could have easily avoided if you would have just been playing your game. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it to this part of the video, please remember to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you think, and continue to push this content for y'all, because y'all are who I do it for. 5 uploads a week. You won't miss a beat. The road to 6K is almost complete. I think I'm at like 5.4 or something like that. So we're really almost getting there. Understanding and remembering the options my opponents like to use in situations and remembering the bad option I did prior. You know what? This is a real good. This is real good right here. You know how hard it is to break a one-way mind? I'm gonna put it like that. Being able to switch it up on the fly and adapt is like one of the most crucial things about neutral, right? Because you're adapting, you're taking heed to what's going on, what your opponent is doing, and you're counteracting that to make them switch it up. But sometimes you have to give up a whole round, or maybe a round and a half, before your mind fully realizes what's going on. And by the time you realize it, it's too late. In a tournament scene, you only have a first to 3. Yeah, the best of 3. Well, the best of two, I think, yeah. So giving up a round to just take note to what your opponent is doing is actually too much. And you have a game to adjust to make it 1-1, and hopefully you understand by the third game on what's going on in order to capture the win. So this is actually very key. I like his answer, yo. Shout outs to Hugo's deleted browser history. Mr. K. Powen, spacing for me. Yo, MD Jimmy coming in with the raid of 130, bringing the family in the middle of a YouTube video. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Spacing for me. A lot of the game you can see how something unfolds and go, I shouldn't do that anymore, but with spacing it's more subtle degrees of right and wrong. Okay, so spacing itself can be a big issue because say you play Balrog or any character that actually thrives on you spacing everything correctly, right? You space something wrong, you're getting punished. And now since you're getting punished, you just got knocked down and now you're playing the guessing game. So taking heed to who you're going against, you know, somebody like Sakura, amazing light kick, punish. You want to really pay attention to where you're spacing yourself at, because one simple mishap could put you in a sticky situation. It's actually something that I tell a lot of my new players also when they ask me what's something that you feel like I should focus on. You know, one, I always tell them, pick a character you like, learn that character, and then look into the in-depth side of the Street Fighter, like actually learning the matchups, spacing, and maximize on everything that you need to maximize on. But first things first, always pick a character that you love and then learn the characters. All right, not giving out too much in the neutral. I have to work on not overextending my offense and executing in clutch moments. Actually, this is real good too. Overextending. This is actually another good one, right? It's obvious that most characters in this game have plus frames on their buttons. So it's easy to feel like you have to always press buttons, right? So for those who don't know or may have not noticed that, I actually want to demonstrate this in training mode real quick. Overextending and what creates overextending situations. So for those who don't know, but I'm pretty sure everybody has noticed this, that with each button that you throw at your opponent's defense, it creates pushback. With pushback, you are slowly increasing the space between you and your opponent's character, right? So maybe after the third or fourth button, you're pretty much at that max space range to where if you throw the fourth button, you're basically now considered to be overextending. Your opponent is actually able to punish you for this. So boom. At this given situation right here, your opponent is able to do something. If I'm at a max space range for my jab and I decide to overcommit with standing roundhouse, guess what happens? The Ryu is actually able to punish me. Why? Because I'm overextending. Just because your button is +3, right? Just because your button is +3, you have to still pay attention to where you're at. Just because you're +3, that doesn't mean that the next button that you throw out is going to be in the right. I'm in the right up close. Why? Because I'm close. It just works like that. I'm +3, I'm up close. My next button I throw out is coming out 3 frames faster. Max space range, basically being +3 doesn't matter. If I throw out a button, 9 times out of 10, it can actually get counter hit depending on what button it is. Anywho, my boy Leg Hammered _ally said awareness and IQ. Having the awareness and IQ to navigate space safely in regards to what your opponent's options are in that space. So this basically goes back to overextending, knowing when to and when not to. So just having the awareness of taking note to where you're at and having that dictate your next option. Whether it be, should I block? Should I attempt to disrespect? Like, all this plays a part in neutral and decision making. Decision making is also a key point, which is why I put it in my initial post that I'm working on whiff punishing and decision making, because sometimes even I overextend thinking I'm in the right, and then my opponent checks me and I end up dying for guessing wrong. You know, it happens. Everything you do in this game is a guess. Nothing is automatically right. It's a guess. You're taking a chance to see if your opponent would do something. Let's see. Ken Flowchart. I just left a like because I felt like he needed a like. This guy, Mr. Sendoshi Tony, posted a clip of Laura robbing poor little Vega. Like, look at this robbery. Look at this robbery. And then I think on the actual post he said, "What is this no neutralo you speak of, good sir?" So even he knows Laura is no neutral. My boy Zeke said, "For me, I struggle how to pressure safely. What to do during plus frames, knowing frame traps when to fish for counter hits. As a Nina main, when my opponent knows how to deal with her pressure, I find it hard to adapt. How to utilize your plus frames. This is all part of learning the character that you decide to play. Frame data is definitely something you want to look into. You don't have to understand the whole frame data lineup, but most importantly, you do want to understand what is plus on block, what's negative on block, and what's safe on block, the startup, and maybe the recovery, maybe. But the previous 3 or 4 things I named, those are hands down the stuff that you want. Playing defensive and reaction speed. Yes, reaction speed. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to have godlike reaction speed, but you do want to have competent reaction speed to be able to react to dashes, especially online. I paid $60 for Fighter Z and all I do is block. You know, you know what? I was about to say that. I was getting ready to say play Marvel, but somebody beat me to the punch. Trying to get a lock on their button timing. Yes, this is actually kind of tedious for me also. Catching on to how long they are delay jabbing, or how fast they delay jabbing. This is actually kind of a pet peeve for me also. Alright, so pretty much everybody's having the same pet peeves. So it's either hit confirming, decision making, and whiff punishing, and frame traps, and knowing when to pressure and not overextend. For me, it's patience. I either have too much or too little. You know, I feel this sometimes because you can't necessarily go into every matchup the same way. Say you fight somebody that's hella patient, you shouldn't go into the next fight with that same mindset thinking that the next opponent would be that patient. Like, each fight is a new fight. So Brother Black said, walking forward into range to use the correct buttons. However, I can see that a Balrog player doesn't need to walk forward, so this might be hard for you to understand. My dude gave a very different response from everybody else who was saying something. He actually hurt my soul. My response was that I'll just leave a like. Oh, y'all think it's funny. Y'all laughing at the fact that people just can't give Balrog players just no respect, no honesty, no dignity, no dignity. All right, so besides that, everybody pretty much felt the same way. So I think pretty much to wrap this video up, I'm gonna go ahead and just put my feedback on it and say that any fighting game that you decide to commit to, you won't get good overnight. I get asked this question, I can't even count how many times this question come at me. Like, how to improve at neutral, so on and so on. Neutral is Street Fighter V. It's everything. Anti-airing, spacing, meter management, punishes, matchup experience, spacing, frame traps, throws. Like, it's Street Fighter. So, like I said, this doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you just have to constantly poke at, punch at, kick at, throw at, until you just feel comfortable in all departments. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Pro players may be good. They may be great, all right? But they're not perfect. So hopefully this video, you know, was a eye-opener for a lot of people who may have needed it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and always remember that Rube is a real good buddy of mine. All right, Rube is a very good buddy of mine. Y'all may have seen him say some stuff in chat every now and then, but you know, he's always gonna remain a good buddy, a very good buddy. All right. So yeah, y'all. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one.